Good afternoon from sunny Central Florida. This is the self-proclaimed The Succulent Addict. And on my Facebook page, I put a picture up of my propagation trays and promised that we would go on a propagation journey together. So I pulled a couple of my plants out to show you guys my propagating. So many of you have seen succulents in Home Depot for sale, or maybe you were gifted one. And you probably already know about them, but if you didn't, you were curious about them. How do they grow? Are they very hardy, etc., etc.? So we'll start with this plant. This plant was gifted to me by a namer named Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa, if you're watching. So this plant is named Alyssa. This was my first succulent. I didn't even know what they were when she gifted it to me. So it started producing all of these babies on the tips here of the leaves. And the babies started dropping into the pot and rooting. And that got me kind of interested in what's going on with this plant, etc. And so I started pulling the babies off with their roots intact and putting them in the soil and started putting them in these propagation trays. So they grew a little bit bigger. And this is just a fraction of the ones that I've gotten off of this. This is called a mother of the thousands, and it truly is. I mean, it's made so many babies, it's insane. So they got a little bit bigger. I put them in here. I've placed them in pots like this. I'm giving them as gifts, kids teacher gifts at school. And so this plant over here, this is the ones that most people fall in love with. I love these. So if the leaves fall off of these when you're putting them in the dirt, or when you're transplanting them to a bigger pot, you can take those leaves and you can just throw them on the dirt, and they will produce new babies. If you can see the little babies on the tip there. And these are a couple of those, more babies. There's also roots on there. So the mother plant will die off. The water gets absorbed by the baby, and the mother leaf will die, and then you'll have a larger baby you can plant. So I've thrown, a few in here, and some of them don't take, most of them do. So if you start propagating your plants, you can have multiple plants of your favorite type, or you can pull them off and propagate and also give them as gifts to your friends. So that's just the beginning of this journey. On the next video, I'll do another one, and we'll actually pull some of the leaves, and I'll show you how to get started on your own propagation journey. And as I'm learning, there are actually several ways that you can propagate these. These plants are just amazing to me. I've always loved flowers and plants and of all kinds, but the flowers I tend to forget about. I forget to water them for a week, and then they're all shriveled up and dying. These you water once every week to 2 weeks. They're very forgiving, which is great for people like me who tend to forget about them, and they're just amazing. There's so many varieties. So I hope you liked this video. We'll have more about propagating soon, and go to the Facebook page if you want to have discussions. We have people on there that know a lot about succulents and can give good advice if you have any questions. And thank you for watching the video.